Okay, so let's talk about broth. Why is broth so important? Well, remember the explanation and the gut lining and the enterocytes and the fact that they only live 3 to 7 days and the lining is only once a week? Well, guess what they're made of? They're made out of collagens and proteins and fats and minerals, etc. And all of those elements are perfectly combined in bone broth. So bone broth became very popular with Dr. Natasha McBride's GAPS protocol. And I am a GAPS practitioner and I trained with Dr. Natasha. It was originally used and still is used as the first step to healing and sealing the gut of autistic children. Because as we all know, autism is not a brain issue, it is a gut issue. Dr. Natasha was a neurologist. Actually, I think she might be a neurosurgeon. And she reversed her son's autism with food therapy. And when he was first diagnosed, she said that her profession had nothing to offer her son. So she had to learn from scratch how to heal his gut. And thanks to her, the movement of GAPS has exploded worldwide, and we have been able to help thousands and thousands of autistic children recover and have normal lives. So that is the same principle that I use in my patients in order to heal their gut. As you know, there is no health without gut health. But I always use the analogy of a symphony. I always tell my patients, think of broth as a symphony. Different instruments come together and they play a wonderful song. If we change one instrument, we change that song. So just because there's collagen and fat in broth, it doesn't mean the more collagen is better, or the collagen alone is better, or the fat is better, etc. There are plenty of products out there that on their label, and it is a pet peeve of mine, they claim that they can heal your gut. Well, I'm sorry, they can't. They might be able to help, and help is always welcome, but complete remission and complete recovery of the gut comes from the synergistic combinations of all of those ingredients in the broth. I see it over and over again. In our office, we are always just delighted to see the diseases, the conditions, the symptoms that our patients will reverse after healing their gut. So let's answer a few questions about the broth. There's no way to do this wrong. You're basically going to simmer in a slow cooker bones with water. It is chicken soup. It is bone soup. It is whatever bone you put in there. It is soup of that. Your grandmother, your great-grandmother are probably experts at doing this. So we are basically going to take any type of bone. You're going to follow the recipe that I gave you during our visit. You can season it with peppers and onions and garlics if you tolerate those. We're not going to add any vegetables at this time to the broth. We're going to drink at least 3 cups of broth for 30 days, but you may not be able to start there. So you and I will determine where you can start. If you have anxiety, you're not going to cook the bones for more than 2 hours. I will explain that in person if you suffer from anxiety. But please, it's not rocket science. Put some bones in water, let them cook overnight, drink it. That's it. It sounds simple, but as you know, if by now you understand the importance of your gut health, by now you know the science behind your gut health, this is the way that we recover our gut health. So let's get cooking, and if you have any questions, you know that you are welcome to email them to me. But it is not rocket science. Cook the bones in water, drink the water, period.